In today's video, guys, we're going to be reviewing how you can increase retention inside of your agency and reduce churn. And this is the exact pretty much entire system and SOP and strategy on how we maintain a 13-month average client LTV. So on average, our retention with clients is pushing 13 months, and it all starts with the client signing the initial 3-month contract. We pretty much are always pitching a 90-day contract to go ahead and get started. And we're going to be reviewing today onboarding, communication, relationship building, and proactive measures. And again, this is what you need to be thinking about, whether it's from your retention side or whether this is your client relationship manager watching this video. Regardless, this is what we do inside of our agency to maintain a minimum of a 13-month average client lifetime value, or how long they're staying with our agency. So initially, the client signs a 3-month contract. When it comes to onboarding, I have sort of 4 steps here and 4 things that I think you need to be checking off. So having an automated onboarding experience, this should take from start to finish of a client onboarding with your agency to you becoming live with that initial service. There should be sub 7 days total. From there, this also includes having a very detailed intake form and strategy session to accumulate the information from the client, but as well as build, essentially moving on to the next part, set expectations and milestones to actually determine what the success of your partnership is with this specific client. And this should all come together with a seamless process. Remember, guys, onboarding is the initial touch point inside of your agency that the client is going to be having. This needs to be a very seamless process. And once the onboarding has taken place, obviously the next and most logical thing to happen here is client communication. And this is a great way to improve client retention, as this is exactly what you're going to be doing, communicating with them. And so I have this sort of broken up again into a few areas, and then they're broken down with individual items. So daily Slack communication, Monday Loom updates, bi-weekly check-in calls, end of month reporting, and creative reporting. And so let's go through these individually. These are all different areas of client communication that we utilize to prolong our relationship and build a long-lasting partnership with our clients. So in terms of daily Slack communication, all response time is sub 1 hour during work time, so 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. EST. This is where we're having strategy discussions and all daily approvals. So there's a lot going on inside of Slack on a day-to-day basis. Then every single Monday, our team sends a video update to each individual client, depending on the services that we're managing for them. This will be a last 7-day report as far as data and results, a strategy update on what we've been doing over the last 7 days, what we need from the client, and what we'll be doing over the next 7 days as far as strategy. Then one of the most important things is bi-weekly check-in calls. So I've spoken to so many clients, so many different agency owners that are only doing this monthly. You may be doing the bi-weekly check-in calls or the monthly check-in calls yourself. This is important to eventually hand off to a client success manager. On our bi-weekly check-in calls, we're reviewing the last 14-day results, wins, losses, right? We're being very transparent with our clients, and the iterations that we're going to be doing to improve results, and anything that we need to communicate as far as updates from the brand to the marketing team. Then we're looking at end of month reports. So this is where we're going to be reporting on the last 30-day results. Again, wins, losses, and then variables as far as outliers. So like really, having the brand understand, hey, we spent 20 grand this month at a 4x return. Why is that? What were the variables? What were the outliers? Hey, maybe we had a product release. Maybe we had a new sale happening. These are things that it's important for us to discuss because there obviously are a ton of variables and outliers when it comes to the data that we're reporting on. Then we have a separate report, which is generally once a month, and that's going to be creative reporting. So we have a last 30-day creative report using Motion. This is something that the clients can actually access themselves at really any time. This reviews the best creative, losing creatives, and then ideas for iterations and updates as far as creating new content. Now, all of this, what we've gone forward through, so guys, is the onboarding, the communication. And by the way, if you're interested in getting the exact behind the scenes of our onboarding process and, the scripts that we use for communication and, the review, the templates that we're using on our bi-weekly and end of month reporting and calls and things like that, link in the description to join the inner circle. I give all of that stuff away inside of there. But moving on, right, we've looked at onboarding, communication. Now it's time to look at relationship building. So this is where you're going to be really discussing current goals with the brand. So what is a win for them over the duration of our partnership, making sure that's a very clear communicated thing, as well as determining what are their financial goals per quarter. Again, making sure you're always up to date with the current goals of your clients and your brands. There's nothing worse than dealing with an agency that doesn't even know what the end goal of the brand is. Then this leads into friendship building, right? So generally every 3, 6, and 12 months, we're sending a small gift to clients, letting them know our appreciation, and then we're building rapport in private communication. And this is something that not only my CSM does, but I do as well, as far as just communicating with them. Hey, are things going right? Adding them on Instagram, small things like that. It does go a long way. And then education, right? This is a massive one. I don't think a lot of agencies do, as far as building rapport with their clients, is providing them with free education for them and their team, right? So as an example, we use Motion for creative reporting with all of our clients. We've built SOPs and systems and basically like little trainings for them and their teams to utilize to understand how to use certain softwares, what to do when X happens, and ultimately literal systems and SOPs that we're providing them, as well as just like literally small pieces of education like blog posts, things we find on Twitter, so on and so forth. And then that kind of goes into, like I just mentioned, utilizing free of charge softwares for extra insights. So Motion would be a great example of this. Triple Whale, so on and so forth. Taking the agency route and getting an agency account for your brands is really useful because you can take on that fee, right? But bring the value to your clients. Again, prolonging their relationship. And then finally, guys, it goes into proactive measures. So we're looking at onboarding, communication, relationship building, proactive measures. What does this mean? It means being proactive when it comes to certain things. So proactive measures to prolong the LTV of your clients. Is the brand struggling with performance? Yes or no? If they're not, right, and the brand is performing well, we have a thing that we do in proactively that if commission is raising rapidly, proactively, we're reaching out to the clients to reduce cost and prolong LTV. So as an example, let's say we're normally charging $4,000 or $5,000 a month for commission. 1 month it's $9 grand. We're gonna go to the client and say, hey, just want to let you know this month's commission is going to be a little bit higher. We're foreseeing over the next couple of months, that's kind of going to be the case. We'd like to renegotiate it from a 10% commission down to 8%. Just to save you guys some money and make sure that we're in this for the long haul with you guys. That is a huge little tidbit that you can use to really build some rapport with your clients. And then if the brand is struggling, right, the brand is struggling with performance, we generally offer a free service or some sort of free offer that we can provide them completely free of charge. Hey, if ads aren't performing too well, can we start building them some landing pages completely free? Can we add UGC? Whatever the case may be, these are great ways to prolong that LTV inside of your agency and reduce churn. So like I mentioned, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Drop a like, subscribe, share this with an agency friend that might find this useful. Again, this is how we're maintaining a 13-month plus client lifetime relationship. I don't even know the word that I'm looking for, but basically, our average client retention is over 13 months, and churn is probably sub 5% because we're following this system. So if you're interested in getting the access to this stuff behind the scenes, the nitty gritty, everything related to my agency, guys, link below to join the inner circle. You'll find out on the link below exactly what we offer as far as inner circle, but essentially it's complete access to myself and all of our agency systems, operations, and SOPs. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.